what's the film that you feel like you played the part the best, or you're the most proud of your particular work? And that doesn't necessarily have to be anything major film related. It could have been throughout the course of your entire career.
Well, I cannot. I cannot. It's like you're asking me to choose between my babies, between my kids. But
Gotta
the
ask tough questions,
toughest,
right?
the toughest, the toughest job that I've ever done in my life, the toughest character that I've ever played, and and I'm hunted by that character, and I'm proud of that. Was the stoning of Soraya. The character that I'm playing, it was one of the toughest characters. I remember my mom called me from Iran and she was crying on the phone. I said, "Mom, why are you watching this? What's happening?" She said, "I was watching Stoning of Soraya." I said, "Why are you watching that movie? That movie is not for you." She said, "No, no, no. I'm not crying because of the movie. I'm crying because I know what you had to put yourself through to play that role. And I see
Yeah.
you struggling and suffering underneath." And that was the biggest compliment. There have been there have been there have been many roles, life changing characters that I played. I mean, Abu Nazir of Homeland. It was a pivotal character in my life. It changed it changed my life, and I'm very proud of that character. And the 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 project that really gave me that validation, indirect validation that I needed, and it made me to. I knew that I okay. Please forgive me. I'm not full of myself. I'm not arrogant. I'm very honest and truthful. I know what I can do and what I cannot do, and I'm happy with the things that I know. I'm I can do good. I do them well. I mean, there are things that I know how to do them. I never got a part. I never took a part if I knew that there is someone else out there who can do a better job than I do. There were parts that I walked away and said, "I'm sorry, but I'm sure that somebody else can do this part better than me." But the the project that really gave me that kind of validation was Charlie Wilson's War. I remember we were working on a project, and Mike Nichols was directing it. I was so excited that I'm working with him. I'm with him, with Tom Hanks and Philip Seymour Hoffman, and oh my gosh, I was in heaven. I'm working with all these legends, and I remember we had a scene that we were struggling to discover the the movement, and I was standing there in the corner, and they were trying to figure out the camera movement and how to take the shot. So we were running out of time. They wanted to combine the shots, and they were always taking. They were saying, "No, we have to do a take here. We have to do a cut there." And I was standing in the corner. I just kind of raised my hand like a little kid from the back of the class, and I said, "May I suggest something?" And Mike said, "Yeah, what is it?" I said, "Yeah, well, and instead of me standing up and having this conversation, so you have to do a cut. He's in the bed, and I'm supposed to be taking care of him, and I'm responsible for him. So organically, when I walk in, I'm not going to stand above him. I will kneel down and I will sit at the same level so I can look into his eyes instead of him looking up. So probably I will come in and I will sit down. So if you are on him, and you forget about my entrance when I come in and I sit down, that is a moment that I have my moment with Tom. We are sitting and we are having a conversation, and you can do just one take without cutting it. Mike looked around and looked up and says, "Well, it's over 100 years of experience, combined experience here in this room. And we have this newbie coming and telling us what to do." And everybody starts laughing. And he says, "So what are you guys waiting? Why don't you set it up? Set it up the way that he said it." And he walked away. And after that, for the entire shoot, Mike took me with him when we were on the camera, when we were behind the camera. He he always brought me in to the video village. He showed me the shots. I said, "So what do you think? So what is it? Oh, this is a shot that I'm getting. So how do you feel about this shot?" He he kind of mentored me during that during that movie, and it was an amazing experience. I mean, I would go to the set even days that I wasn't working just to be behind him and just watch him and learn from him. And Tom was so generous and with with his time. This man, he would walk around the set, and every background who's coming and talking to him, he would spend time with them. He would introduce himself. They would come. They would come. Oh my God, Tom Hanks, Tom Hanks, and the first thing that comes out of his mouth, he says, "Hi, I'm Tom." It was so humbling. It was unbelievable. And he saw me walking around because most of the actors' backgrounds they were Afghans, and I was also helping them to translate. So I would walk around, I would hug the guys, I would hug everyone, I would kiss them on the cheeks. And my last day of the shoot, when I was finished, it was my last scene was with Tom, and he came up and he hugged me and he kissed me on my both cheeks, and he said, "That's how you do it, yeah." And that
That's
was
so good.
that was a moment. That man, it was just, it was an incredible experience, and it kind of, it kind of helped me see things about myself that I didn't know.